country music sensation. Jelly Roll, who gained fame with his honest lyrics and redemption story, toured through 2 prisons in emotional fashion in Indiana last week. The Need a Favor crooner visited the IDOC Pendleton Correctional Facility and the IDOC Pendleton Juvenile Correctional Facility in Pendleton, Indiana, before his huge performance in Indianapolis. He was there to provide some words of encouragement and hope to the prisoners while sharing his powerful experience.
Hey there, music lovers! If you're into the best country vibes and all things music, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell.
This was more than a visit to give a talk. Jason Bradley DeFord, known by his stage name Jelly Roll, spoke on change and resiliency. A lot of people find hope in his story of a rough past to a successful career in country music. The visit was featured on social media by the Indiana Department of Corrections, which described it as a very inspirational occasion. They said, "His message continues to inspire. The future is full of possibilities, regardless of the past." There's more to Jelly Roll's story than just her rise in popularity. This is about transformation and survival. He had a number of struggles as a child in Nashville. He spent time in and out of jail throughout his teens and 20s. The charges against him at the time included robbery and possession with intent to distribute. He was highly influenced by the wrong people in life and the streets, and soon found himself in the midst of an addiction. In 2021, Jelly Roll spoke candidly about his struggles in an interview with Billboard. "I used drugs a lot in the beginning," he said. "I was taking so much cough syrup and codeine. I really just went crazy by using a lot of cocaine and Xanax." He says that at the time, life was so depressing that he can't even remember which year this happened. But it wasn't only him addiction affected. The mother of his child disappeared for almost 5 years due to her heroin addiction. She is sober now, fortunately, and back into their child's life. His mother has struggled with addiction her whole life. Jelly Roll grew up in both a middle-class and lower-class neighborhood, where he had witnessed the terrible outcome of drug misuse personally. He also talks many times about how normal it was to see the people around him dealing with the same problems. Similarly, he was molded from his experiences in the past, and he uses his platform to help people who may be struggling with similar challenges or raise awareness for their issues. Jelly Roll refused to let his situation in life dictate his future when he was confined. He decided at 23 years old that he wanted to change his life. He proved to himself and everyone else that it's never too late for a second chance. Getting his GED while on lockup, this was a big decision. That only sent him on a journey that would later land him in country music, where fans worldwide would relate to his one-of-a-kind voice and life story. The value of his message wasn't lost on the DOC in Indiana, which could only hope the visit would serve to inspire other correctional staff members as well. A big thank you to Jelly Roll for taking the time to connect with our communities and to the staff who made this visit possible, they wrote in a gratitude-filled Facebook post. This visit included Ernest, another country artist, and also one of Jelly Roll's opening acts for the Beautifully Broken tour. These two share a special bond because they have collaborated on several records, including Devil Down and I Went to College, I Went to Jail. Their songs often touch on the difficult moments in life and how they can make a man stronger, which really speaks deeply into the souls of those listeners who have been facing their adversities. Transitioning into country years later from being in the hip-hop scene was not a bad move for Jelly Roll. His single, Son of a Sinner, when published in January 2023, immediately climbed the charts and spoke to its listeners. Further, it was certified double platinum by the RIAA and it reached the top of the U.S. country airplay chart. This finally nailed the song, Son of a Sinner, in the country music scene and gave Jelly Roll extended opportunities. Other chart-topping singles for Jelly Roll include Halfway to Hell, Save Me, featuring Lainey Wilson, and Wild Ones with Jesse Murph. Drawing from his experiences, his music reflects on suffering, repentance, and the human spirit. To Jelly Roll, the Indiana prisons were more than a tour stop. They were an opportunity to inspire, give something back, and let people who may have lost hope know that indeed it is never too late for a change. His story is far from over, and it is now assurance of perseverance and atonement that will place him higher in the country music charts for both new and long-time followers. He concluded his visit with a final message to the prisoners. There's hope, irrespective of the background or offenses one has committed. And when he performed in Indianapolis, that message was echoed from wall to wall in the strength of the human spirit through the power of music.